In today's episode of Construction Week in Focus, we will turn our attention to Construction Week's Dispute Resolution Question Time Abu Dhabi 2019, the event that was held on 22nd October 2019 at the Sofitel Abu Dhabi Corniche Hotel. We are also going to give you an overview of what was discussed during our panel discussion with 4 high-profile members of the industry who shared insights into the legalities of dispute resolution and the key challenges facing developers, designers, contractors, subcontractors, suppliers, and local consultants in the UAE. I'm Anup Omin, the Deputy Editor at Construction Week. Over the last 12 months, the construction industry has witnessed a growing number of disputes, expanding timeframes for the recovery of cash, payment delays, lower than anticipated settlements, with the average dispute resolution time in the region growing to a 9-year high of 20 months in 2018, further exacerbated by low liquidity in the Middle East market and increased competition. More than 60 top lawyers, consultants, and construction experts gathered for Construction Week's Dispute Resolution Question Time event in Abu Dhabi to hear from our panelists, Jed Savager, partner at Pinsent Masons, Dimitracopoulos, partner and head of arbitration and dispute resolution at BSA Ahmad bin Hezeem and Associates, Julian Haslam-Jones, director at HKA, and James Harbridge, partner at HFW, who discussed and debated the root causes of claims and disputes, as well as how to avoid them and resolve them. The experts stated that the root causes for disputes were ambiguous contracts for complex projects, under-designed projects going to tender, unclear termination clauses, low profit margins, poorly drafted and uncertified claims, imbalance in risk allocation, unresolved variations, and a lack of time to put in a good bid, among others.
For a dispute to arise, I think you need a fertile ground, first of all. And in my experience, the fertile ground usually is found in the contract itself. Some poorly drafted clauses, some very heavily slanted contracts in favor of one party or another, and also some commercial agreements within those contracts that offer very, very narrow profit margins or anticipated profit margins for contractors. Provide the fertile ground, because that means that the contractor is very fragile financially and commercially. For anything that might go not according to plan, might actually have more chances of elevating itself into a dispute and possibly a legal action.
The panelists pointed out the importance for construction stakeholders to get advice early on before the contract is completed. They emphasized the need for robust, credible claims based on transparent and well-kept records that make it difficult for claims to be denied. And they spoke about the need for pre-allocation of budget for arbitration.
There is maybe a tendency for contractors to make life harder for themselves by not getting past the first hurdle of putting in the contractual notice on time, and so they're already making it more difficult for themselves. But as you rightly said, taking advice early, I think, does pay off. I mean, the type of issue you can look at is, do you have the legal right to suspend the works? I think that's always something that's worth exploring. And also now with the new arbitration law, given that it's allowing interim awards, we might see some courageous contractors saying, you know what, I'm going to take you to arbitration right now on this issue. I know the project is still ongoing, but on this one specific issue of under certification in month X, I'm going to take this to arbitration.
The discussions also focused on the new arbitration laws that permit for interim awards and highlighted the benefits of mediation and alternative dispute resolution mechanisms which can help stakeholders resolve disputes during the project rather than after delivery.
The parties are reporting an expert determination, and the ones that we've been involved in we've found successful, but the key thing is that the parties buy into it. And so, as James says, that can be a challenge at times. But what we're seeing is it's becoming more common, and certainly has increased, I would say, in the last 2 years. Now, whether this what's behind this, whether it's that, you know, the parties don't want to spend a huge amount of money on litigation or arbitration and this is a cheaper alternative. I'm not sure, but as I say today, if I use that example, it seems to be an alternative dispute resolution that the parties are turning to here.
To find out more about what was discussed at the Dispute Resolution Question Time event, visit our news website constructionweekonline.com. The event was supported by our official claims partner HKA, our gold sponsors HFW and BSA Ahmad bin Hezeem and Associates, training partner RIX, and our legal partner Reed Smith. We would like to thank our sponsors and our panelists as well as our delegates for making this event a success. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.